Yo, what's up? Happy Midday Monday to you. Pray that all is well. This is Mr. Favor, and I'm back. You understand? I'm back in the saddle again. We didn't get the chance to meet up last week because you know I was in a bad spot. Today, I told y'all I was going to make it up to you, and I'm back. Let me turn this CD down, guys. Guys over here talking. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all. They talking to each other, but I want to talk to y'all. But I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Hope you all having a wonderful, blessed, safe, successful, and productive day. And hope you're getting it done wherever you are. Hope you're getting it done. All right? I'm telling y'all, we need to keep the weather in prayer. If you want to add something to the prayer list, add the weather. Amen. The weather, I don't know what's going on with this weather. I mean, I'm telling you, in this particular area, we usually be dealing with droughts, lack of rain. But this rain this year, this season, I'm telling you, this is the most rain I've seen in the season, especially this time of year in the summer, that I've seen in a long time. But you know, you gotta be able to navigate. You gotta have other jobs and things to where you can still keep them wheels turning, guys. The key is to keep them wheels turning. You gotta keep them wheels turning, guys. And so that means you gotta have more than one resource. You gotta have more. Then you can't have all your eggs in one basket. So that's a very important lesson. I did a video on that, guys. I did a video on that. It's been a while. Might have to check the archives to go back and watch it, but I did a video on that. How, you know, you got to have multiple outlets. You can't just depend on one particular outlet, okay? Especially in this dump truck business. This dump truck business, you gotta be able to communicate, talk to people, get your name out there, and that's the only way your business is going to grow. That's the only way your name is going to get out there, and that's the only way people are going to know who you are. You know, you got to invest. You got to invest into your business, guys. The nugget of the day is you got to invest back into your business, okay? You just can't benefit from the business. You got to invest into your business. When you step out on your own, it is your responsibility to find your work, okay? It is not somebody else's responsibility to find work for you. It's your responsibility. Now, as a driver, it is somebody else's responsibility, which would be the company or the people that you work for. But when you're in business for yourself, that responsibility falls on you, okay? That responsibility falls on you. So if you're not working, it is because you're not putting in the effort and the time to get your name out there and to communicate and to get to know other people. You gotta have multiple connections, guys. You got to have multiple connections. And you gotta have that hustling. You gotta have that drive. So a lot of people, they don't have that hustle. They don't have that drive. So, you know, well, if I ain't got nothing, you know, I'll just sit around. Or if I ain't got nothing, then I'll just call it a day. No, you got to get out there. You can't be afraid to get a no on the other end. Sometimes you got to make a phone call and say, hey, do you need anything? No, not right now. Okay, thank you so much. And you be kind, you be respectful, you be professional, because your impression on people will cause them to consider you in the near future. I tell people, man, it's all in your professionalism. EB3, what's up, bruh? Oh, what up, Alan? What's up, Hunter? Stanfield, what's going on? Motherly, all the kids. Oh, man, look at the crew on the line. What's up, crew? EB3, what's up, man? Why? That EB3, boy, I tell you, y'all point your way towards, let's see, he's in Georgia, I think. Y'all point your hand towards Georgia way to my little brother down there. He's, I ain't gonna start, bro. I ain't gonna start. I'm gonna behave, okay? I love that. I love that. That's my little brother right there. I love that young man right there. That's my little brother right there. Yes, sir. So I want y'all. He always come on here picking on his big brother, but it's all love, man. It's all love. I'm always glad to see him when he come on the live. But we gotta have that hustle, guys. You gotta be able to invest, and this is what I tell people. How do you expect somebody to invest into you and they don't see you making the first investment? We make the first investment, and then others see us putting in the effort, putting in the time, and whatever the case may be. And then they see you doing it, you become first partaker, and then they add to what you are already putting in. So I tell people, you can't expect anybody to support you when they don't see you support yourself. You encourage other people to support you. You encourage other people to invest into you by the way they see you investing into the company or the ministry or whatever it is, the work, the vision that you got going. When people see you putting in the time and the effort and the sacrifice, it encourages and it motivates them to do the same on your behalf. So, who do you think they're going to call first? They're going to call somebody who is persistent, that is dedicated, reaching out, communicate, all of that. You're going to be the first one they contact, because you are maintaining, you're keeping that communication going. You are building that business relationship. You are putting in the effort and the time and the sacrifice that it takes. Hey, listen, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You worked me one time. I appreciate that. Let's keep that communication going. Anytime you need a truck, anytime you need service, anytime you need whatever, keep me in mind. And if they don't contact you, you touch bases with them every once in a while. Keep that line of communication going. If you haven't heard from them in a few weeks, if you haven't heard from them in a month or so, pick up the phone, call them. Hey, how you doing? Just want to touch bases with you. How's everything going? And keep that line of communication open. I can't even tell you how many people that God has blessed me to connect with just having that line of communication. Just keeping that communication, checking on them. Hey man, how you doing? How's the family? How's everything going? And sometimes I don't even be wanting nothing. You know what I'm saying? I just want to call and keep that business relationship or that personal relationship going. You understand? You gotta let people know that you care. You understand? And not just be caring about the money. You understand? But there is something more than that. You understand? So you are showing them, hey man, this is a good guy. This is a good person. This is a good young lady. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, wow, I'm gonna call them, and you'll be surprised how many relationships and how many business partnerships that are born out of that level of communication. And it doesn't take nothing away from you. It doesn't take anything away from you. It actually adds. It actually adds to you. And so your professionalism, your mannerism, you know what I'm saying? All of that, it carries weight. People respect that. I tell people, you want respect, you got to give it. You You want people to be nice to you, you got to be nice to them. You got to be kind. You got to be friendly. You got to open up. So, you know, and that's how your level of respect is produced. And when God blesses your name, the Bible said he'll make your name great. When God blesses your name will get out there. And you won't even have to, per se, you won't even have to advertise it yourself, per se. Because when you do good work, when you render good service, people will testify on your behalf. People will spread the news on your behalf. They will bring you up in conversation. They'll bring you up and they will consider you when somebody has a need. Or we was in the restaurant yesterday. You know, with the senior saints. We go out every second Sunday. And one of the senior saints knew a couple in the restaurant. Let me show you how God works. Let me prove to you what I'm telling you is the truth. We were sitting there eating. This couple comes in, knows one of the church mothers. They begin to speak, communicate, talk. Come to find out that the lady is an accountant. She does taxes. Well, they also need some hauling. They need some hauling services. Wow, who would have known? But it was the church mother that testified on Favor Trucking's behalf, who knew the tax preparer. I didn't know him, but the church mother knew him. So because of my relationship with the church mother, and because of the relationship that the church mother has with the couple, we were able to introduce each one was able to be introduced to the other, and now we both are doing business together. You see how that go? But it was God using the church mother to be the spokesperson for the business. Now, here's the key. Here's another golden nugget. You don't have to be the spokesperson in order to be the beneficiary. Somebody else can walk in the role of being the spokesperson. You walk in the role of being the beneficiary. Lord have mercy. One plants, another waters, but it is God. See, there goes your scripture right there. One plants, another waters, but it is God that gives the increase. Yes, sir. And that's how that goes. See? And God will bless you, man. God will bless you. You ain't got to run no games. You ain't got to run no tricks. You don't have to shortcut. You don't have to try to cheat nobody. You ain't got to do none of that. Just do it right. Be integral. Be professional. Be honest with people. If you can't do a certain service, just let them know. And also, don't be afraid to say to a customer, you know, as much as I would love to work with you, as much as I would love to render service to you, this is not an area where I specialize in. Okay, so I don't want to mislead you in any way. I know you're trying to get this work done. I know you're trying to, get a certain type of service rendered, but unfortunately, I don't offer that. But I do know someone that does. Would it be all right with you if I allow them to reach out to you so that you can get your need met? It's all right, because Sometimes people will approach you. I've had people to approach me and ask me, do I do certain things? And I had to tell them, no, I don't do that kind of work. Now I do have knowledge of that kind of work. If I had the equipment, I could do that kind of work. But I don't offer that because I don't actually do that on a regular basis. But I do know somebody who does. And they were so appreciative, and the list goes on and on. Okay? So, and what you do for one, God will allow somebody to do for you. Okay? So, that's how that works. And because you recommended somebody else, guess what's going to happen? When you reap, somebody going to recommend you. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we're living in the season right now. I shared with the church on yesterday, and I want to share this with y'all before I go. We're living in the season where God wants to preserve his people. Okay? There's a lot going on economically, in the business world, wherever the case may be. But God is going to preserve his people. He's going to protect, he's going to provide, he's going to be there for his people. His people will be preserved. Okay? And so it's like the story of when Joseph was in second in command, right? They had 7 years of plenty, and then they had 7 years of famine. Well, the 7 years of plenty came first. The 7 years of famine came last. Now, as far as those who were under Joseph's charge, they had plenty. The season was the same, but the condition wasn't. See, you could be in the same season as everybody else, but your condition can be totally different than theirs. And even though it was a season of famine in the land for 7 years, there was no famine where Joseph was. So we got to understand that we have to be what God is. We got to do what God tells us to do. We got to be faithful over that which God has given us in our charge. And we got to follow his instruction. We got to follow his lead. All right. So at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we are postured and positioned in the right place, following the leading of God and doing what he has told us to do. So it doesn't matter what season comes. It doesn't matter what season you're in. As long as you are doing what God told you to do, God will preserve that which he has given. Okay? So fear not. Fear not. Be not dismayed. For the Lord, he is with us. As he told Joshua, he says, as I was with Moses, so shall I be with thee. I will not fail thee, nor will I forsake thee. I will be with thee, whithersoever thou goest. That's what he told Joshua. And he told Joshua, he was assuring Joshua, fear not, be not afraid, don't be dismayed. For as I was with Moses, so will I be with you. All right. Good evening to you. Thank you, Sister Jester. Yeah, you caught me today. Please go back and check out the beginning, though, so that it can bless your life. What's up, Earl Latson? What's up there in Louisville? James Womble. What's going on, brother? James Womble. James done jumped on the line. What's happening, everybody? Listen, guys, I got to get on the road. I got to finish my day, man. I got to get this done. You know what I'm saying? You know, but y'all, listen, guys. Listen, guys. We shall be preserved. Fear not. Doesn't matter what's going on. It don't have to be a famine in your land. Okay? It don't have to be a famine in your land. We'll do, Coach Jester. We'll do. Coach Bowie. That's what I call her. Coach Bowie. We'll do. And you do the same. You do the same. Y'all be safe out there. So as I conclude this enthusiastical nugget of the day, it doesn't matter what season you're in. It matters where you are postured. It matters where you are positioned. Because the famine was in the land, but it wasn't where Joseph was. Because God was with Joseph. And it didn't matter where Joseph went. The Bible said the Lord was with him. The Lord was with him. He was with him in the prison. He was with him at Potiphar's house. He was with him at the palace. He was with him all the while. And here's the key. Because his posture was right, even as it relates to his brothers, he was able to forgive them. He was able to bless them and help them to get through the 7 years of famine. How beautiful is that? All right. So you want to be in a position not only where God can bless you, but you can also be a blessing to others. Even if they're in a famine, they don't have to be without food. They don't have to be without raiment. They don't have to be without substance. They don't have to be without resources, because God can bless you in such a way that you can be a blessing to other people. All right. That's the bottom line. He blessed us to be a blessing. All right. And that's what it's all about. Don't be selfish, guys. I see a lot of selfishness going on. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. Because God don't bless selfish people. He don't bless selfish people. He blesses those that give, that support, and that considers others, that has a heart and a love and a compassion for others. So don't allow your bowels of compassion to be closed. Give and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall he cause men to give unto your bosom. That's the truth. All right, so y'all continue to be blessed, be safe out there. Mr. Favor got to get up out of here. I got to get on the road, got to go deliver this load, and I got some more loads I got to do, but I want to try to get done before the end of the day so I can be back tonight. Somebody shout tonight. Tonight at 7 p.m. for another edition of Back to the Bible. You don't want to miss it. Come back and hang out with your boy. And my brother will be back tonight, 7 p.m. Come on back. Hang out with AGA and A-Dub. And we're going to continue this great segment, Ministering to Men, Blessings. We've had people from all over the world last week. We had somebody on there from Africa, different places in the world. I'm telling you, there are people that are being reached. Men are being reached everywhere, all over the world, okay? Y'all come back. There's a spot for you. There's a place for you, all right? There's room for you. Come on back. Hang out with us. And let's see what the Lord has to say for us tonight, all right? This is Mr. Favor, and I got to go. Y'all have a blessed day. Be safe. Peace.